If you aren't at the stage of outsourcing or hiring a team, here are my top 5 tips to excel as a solopreneur. What does that even mean? That means you are running your business solo. Maybe you can't afford to outsource. Maybe you don't want to outsource. Maybe you love doing everything yourself. Whether you are running your business part-time or you're running it full-time, this chapter is going to be helpful for you. I'm going to share with you my top 5 tips for the solopreneur. All right, so before we dive into the tips, a little bonus section on confidence. I wanted to put it as a tip, but I didn't because it's kind of a hard one, right? Confidence. We need the confidence, but how do we get it? The number one thing I see health coaches struggle with is confidence. So how do we build it up? You've got to build authority. With social media, it's a fine line between building authority and being people's friends, right? So with your confidence, the only way to build it up is to start practicing. And the easiest way, if you're in the health industry, which I know a lot of you guys are, is start to practice and teach on one specific thing, because if we try to teach on everything, our content becomes diluted. Could you imagine if you taught on just one thing? You become the expert fast. Let's dive into the 5 tips. Number 1, collaboration. How you can do this is you can partner with people to create programs, guest posts, and share across each other's platforms. You want to stay in your zone of genius and highlight your unfair advantage. Make sure it's beneficial to both of your audiences. You may not want to have the same niche, but it's helpful if you have similar clients. For instance, if you're in nutrition, you could collaborate with someone in fitness. This allows you to leverage each other's platforms. I have had a team of 20 ambassadors for my nutrition business. I grew that brand and had my own private sales team through my ambassador program. I didn't hire a sales team, but I had one because I collaborated with health coaches and wellness junkies that really wanted to get free stuff and earn cash. Maybe you never want to have employees or contractors. Maybe you just want to collaborate and have ambassadors and affiliates. Tip number 2, your desire, your niche, and your unfair advantage. It really helps to get clear on who you are, who you help, and the specific problem you are solving. I often see health coaches continue to get credentials, thinking once they are more qualified, they can charge more and will get more clients. They go back to school and yet are in the same position with sales. It just doesn't work. What does work is becoming an expert in a specific area. And when you think that you've niche down some more. As a high achiever, you probably can do everything. But is it worth your time? Is it going to fill you up or drain you? So often as business owners, we can do everything. But just because you can doesn't mean you should. If you need help niching down, send me a message. I'll get you the worksheet and we'll get you practicing. It doesn't have to be your niche for life. The whole point of business and life is it's an experiment. So you get to experiment. The beautiful thing about launching or doing the 4-step process that I offer is you get to try a niche out and then decide if you love it or not. You don't have to stick with it for life. The less authority you have, the more specific you must be. Once you've built up the authority, you can teach and sell on broader topics. When you have no authority in your industry, be super specific. The more authority you get, the less specific you have to be. Nobody wants to open up their cart and have crickets. Don't spend time making an ebook no one is going to buy. Sell it before you make it. Tip number 3, action and getting stuff done is better than perfect. Hands down, imperfection is perfection. A lot of health coaches don't get started because they are nervous, which can be paralyzing. Taking action is better than perfection. If you know this and you're still having a hard time pressing live on your website, support is huge. When you join a mastermind, coaching program, or free community group, you'll notice other people doing it and getting success, which will encourage you to do the same. Tip number 4, consistency is key. Sometimes all a business needs is time. Whenever I'm in a launch, I make sure to consistently show up with valuable content. It's foolproof, as we are using the law of reciprocity. If you provide education and entertainment, people will want to stick around. The more often they see your face, the more likely they are to purchase. People are more likely to hit the buy button if they know, like, and trust you. As a business owner, the last thing you want to do is get burnt out. Set your systems up before you need them. Do it right from day one. That way you are prepared for when the floodgates open. If you are a solopreneur, you can use social media and automated systems as a 24-hour sales system. Grab my free online mini course on how to automate your business without overwhelm. Before you invest in software, waste your money on websites, talk to a mentor who's done exactly what you want to do. Tip number 5, celebrate. Often we forget to celebrate. Always remember that your health is your top priority. Make your morning and evening routines count. Make sure to fill your cup up before you show up to serve others. It's important to eat healthy and exercise. Those pillars of health are more obvious than perhaps the most important pillar, your mind. It's so easy to want to quit your business. Business goes up and down, much like a roller coaster ride. Work on a healthy state of mind daily through positive affirmations and high vibe audios. Grab my 33 money mindset affirmations on my YouTube channel. Often, people don't succeed in business because they quit or get distracted before things take off. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Sometimes all a business needs is time. The simple 4-step process I walk you through in my book, Course and Mastermind Group, is fail-proof. Start down the path today for free by joining our Facebook community, Work Smarter, Not Harder. In 2015, I wanted to quit my nutrition business. I yo-yoed for years. It was a side hustle for years. Once I cracked the code to sales and made my nutrition business my full-time job, I realized I still wasn't living on purpose. Honestly, it wasn't until I started teaching health coaches how to create their own freedom was I truly fulfilled. In 2015, I switched niches and automated my health business so it ran itself. I still use it today as passive income and leverage for collaborations. I could have stayed in a salary position and lived a pretty good life. I decided not to because I am a high achiever and total freedom junkie. That's when I automated my nutrition business, took it online and full-time. Honestly, the day I cracked the code to selling was the day I switched niches. If I could sell something that I'm not even passionate about, imagine what I could do with something that fills me up. Today, I run a virtual assistant company with multiple contractors. My nutrition business is still running passively on a convenient app, and I'm still able to go away and meditate. Thanks to automations, leveraged income, outsourcing, and collaborating, I am able to live a life I absolutely love. If you're interested in learning how to streamline and scale your business, come on over to our free community group and start down the 4-step process today.